Come on now. You guys already know what this is. Look, I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend. And we got the Heartbreak Prince. Look, it's a little different. We're going to do something a little bit different for you guys this time. What we're doing today, we're going to be doing something just a little bit different with a little bit spec on it, okay? Today, we're going to be breaking down the NXT No Mercy. We're going to break down Monday Night Raw. So, before we do anything else, God did this. Don't get mad with us.
Amen.
So, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's talk about No Mercy. We got a couple of favorites that we talked about. We had a couple of predictions. We've seen what happened with Wesley. We've seen what happened with Zach Wentz. That was actually kind of crazy. We didn't see that. Actually, we was pretty wrong about that one, actually, very much. A little heartbreaking. I was like, oh, I didn't expect this. One thing that I did like, I think, just kind of seeing all together what they did with Zach Wentz showing the TNA Impact, having the title on there. I thought that was crazy. Big surprise. We were all wrong about this. We'll take this out for that one. Then we also had Kalani Jordan, which was also one of my favorite matches of the night. To be honest, I thought when you look at what Kalani Jordan did, and this is something that Statman had actually talked about. We talked about this as well. Mr. Exclusive said the same thing. I said the same thing. Heartbreak Princess said the same thing. All Kalani Jordan needs is to have fire matches and great title defenses. Let me tell you, the crowd was behind my girl Kalani. They was really behind Lonnie. I think personally now I believe in Lonnie. And you know what else? Lonnie is all about that money right now. When you think about it, you look at what she's been doing right now. I think we look at all her title defenses that she's had. So Ruka. Okay. Going up against Rosemary. With Rosemary. That was crazy. But look at this. We all had the prediction that she was going to win it. But we knew this. It's Kalani Jordan. This is now Lonnie. Okay. Heartbreak Prince. What were you thinking, man? How'd you feel about No Mercy, man? What'd you think overall? And what was you really like your favorite match for the
Well, I thought that was a really good match. Definitely when we talk about the match that Kalani Jordan put on. And obviously, you know, these two ladies, their chemistry in the ring was phenomenal. And I don't know if it's just Kalani Jordan herself, because it seems like every time she's in the ring with someone, they have, it's just a great match, great storytelling. They seem like they have, great chemistry. And, Wendy, I mean, they went in and they delivered, and it was definitely one of my favorite matches. Now, what I'll say, and what I want to say about this weekend of PLEs by WWE is that they were in their bag. Bash in Berlin delivered with, every match on the card was phenomenal. And then to kind of double down on that and go back in on No Mercy, NXT No Mercy. I mean, just each and every match. Well, maybe except for the last match. And that's probably because of the way, we felt about Joe Hendry, because we believed. But every match is great. And this was no different. Kalani Jordan is continuing, her dominance as the women's North American title holder. And she's doing a title service. And I'm so glad that Sean actually went with Kalani now, compared to how I felt, a couple months back when it came down to Kalani and of course my girl Lash Legends. But I can honestly say I really do believe that they made a great call. And then to throw a nugget in there about what my favorite match of the night was by far, was Obafemi and the Don. Obafemi. I can put it up here right now. We saw, this is what we picked. I'm the Heartbreak Prince, so I have to own this because I thought this would be the night that the Don of NXT actually beats Obafemi, which would allow Oba to kind of go on to the NXT title picture. But boy, was I wrong. I really enjoyed this match. I enjoyed, the story of it, the Don. Just, I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for him to actually get the spec he deserves, but he deserves a title by now because what they've been doing with him and the vignettes and the stories that they've been telling with them. I mean, it's A1, and I've really been enjoying it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I see Obafemi, I think one of those guys where I can tell he's going to have definitely, like Walter kind of title runs. I think he's kind of got that feel to him. I definitely think you got to watch out for Obafemi, man. I think if he ever does lose this North American title, he might not. Shoot, I wouldn't even be surprised if we seen him pull like a Keith Lee, a double champion with the NXT champion.
Keith Lee
could.
Shout out to Keith Lee. Shout out to Keith Lee. I love me some Keith Lee.
Man, we miss you.
Sad.
I wish I knew where he was at, man, because we've been missing you, man. We really do, man. We do.
Miss you, Keith.
We do. Bask in his
glory.
Man,
that was my fantasy football name 1 year, team name. Limitless Glory.
Oh yeah.
That's what I named him.
Man.
Shout out to Keith Lee.
That was man. He's such a great wrestler, man.
He's phenomenal.
We miss you, Keith. Please, man. We got to see you back in the ring sooner or later. Please.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, we look at Obafemi. We look at Tony D'Angelo. I'm actually surprised he hasn't had a title yet. Which I'm not gonna say a title, because he's had the tag titles from NXT. He's had the Heritage Cup. But we gotta see my man Tony D get a little bit more. We gotta see him sooner or later get that North American champion on NXT. Now, to be honest, this is his second opportunity, because he's had the NXT championship title, lost. Now he's had this one, lost this to Obafemi. I mean, come on now. I know the Don ain't happy. This ain't looking good for the Don.
No.
So we got to see what's going on with that. We got to see what's going on. And of course, we know what was going on with seeing the rest of the card. We had Jada Parker and Roxanne Perez. That was a bit of a heartbreaker, but we knew that was going to happen. I told you. I knew. Look, I love my girl Jada Parker, but I knew this is something for her. I said, nah, it's too early. It is too early. It's all right. Also, going down the card, our last pick, we had Joe Hendry and Ethan Page. We had that match go on, and to be honest, I wanted to see if they was gonna pull the trigger on this, but they have not, and it's okay. It's all right. I do feel like we will see Joe Hendry come back to NXT. If you guys haven't seen, he did have a video on WWE talking to Shawn Michaels, and he told Shawn Michaels, I'm here, I'm anywhere, at any show. Just be aware. He might pop up, he might, come around, and he might sign himself to NXT soon. So just be careful, be sure, and just watch and see what happens. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Joe Hendry be actually completely signed on to NXT.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I believe. It was sad that with the way things had started off with actually with Wes Lee's match, I did not expect them to put any of the TNA wrestlers over, honestly. But it they did, and so it was giving me hope that by the time it got to Joe Hendry, that maybe, just maybe, the belief was going to be validated. It was going to be real, but it didn't turn out to be that way. And for whatever reason, it was sad to see. But again, hopefully Joe Hendry will be back. Hopefully we'll get to see him in Chicago. And what I'm thinking, and it could be gold, it could be magic, is if they do a triple threat match for the NXT title between Ethan, Trick Willie, and then our boy, of course, Joe Hendry. Yeah. Now between Joe and Trick, I don't know.
It's tough.
But
It's tough.
I think that would be. I mean, those three they seem to kind of be in this feud, and so I'm interested to see where this story goes.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be. I think it seems like it's gonna go far. Might be even a fatal 4-way because the way Pete Dunne keeps inserting himself in this whole situation.
Man.
Gotta watch out for that. So we might be a fatal 4-way. And he's kind of, it's so crazy. I feel like when I see Pete Dunne right now, I love the work that he's doing, but seeing him pop up on NXT, seeing him doing what he's doing on Raw, I'm like something you would see on WWE 2K. Like he's just like that one guy. You just see him just
he's putting in that work
you on every single brand.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is crazy. But
he's putting in that work.
I love it. He is. He really is. And also, by the way, I didn't want to overshadow after the match with Roxanne Perez and Jada Parker. We did see the debut of. So we also need to look out for that.
Yeah.
Julia.
Yeah. Nice tease. Nice tease.
Yes. That's gonna be crazy. But we talked about NXT for a little bit. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that Monday Night Raw. Come on now. Y'all already know what this is. It was 3 hours of heat. 3 hours of non-stop storytelling. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie. There was a reason why we had to do this today. There's a reason why we had to do this, guys. Look, too much is going on now. We got to come on and let y'all know what we are thinking about some of these storylines that's going on. Now, first, y'all should know about this point. One of my favorite ones, I'm going to say, oh, yeah. That's CM Punk and Drew McIntyre storyline, baby. Look, this thing is getting insane. Okay? You had CM Punk. He comes back, celebration, all happy, giddy. Just so happy. He's like, man, play my music. I'm calling out Gunther, saying everything he wanted to say. I said, man, this is crazy. I can't believe my man really. And what happens? What happens? We seen Drew McIntyre just come out of nowhere. Hey, what did he not know? What happened? What was it? What was the story? What was the thing that was so poetic about it? He came from up under the ring. And then what happened? When CM Punk was on top of the table, he scooped CM Punk under his legs the same way he did to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40. Man, look. Everything about this was so poetic. My God. Look, and then to see Drew McIntyre just do his whole mauling attack on CM Punk, grabs the bracelet. And, we talked about this bracelet. This bracelet has been almost like a title for these. Grabs the bracelet, takes it, tears it up. Then he takes the bracelet, takes all the beads, shoves it in CM Punk. Come on. Shoves it right in his mouth. Down
Savage.
Now you're going to hit him with a Claymore. Hit him with another Claymore. Hit another one with a Claymore. I said, oh, this is diabolical. The attack is serious. Now, what happens after that? Now we're going to put CM Punk. Now we're going to have him sitting here looking like he's helpless. Now we got him sitting here looking like this man is about to die. And then what happens? Drew McIntyre comes back again. I mean, following up. To the head.
Beat down. Just a beat down.
Shots. I mean, crazy. The man that was a dead man. That was a dead man right there. But I will definitely say when we see this storyline, we can tell this is going to be something that's going to go to bad blood. You got to give this a Hell in a Cell match. This is something I think this is going to be one of those rivalries, like we talked about before. Even when seeing, like a rivalry like MJF and Ospreay. This could be one of those that could be such a long-term storytelling that can just keep going on for years. And I don't think we would ever get tired of it because of how much is just built up behind it. But I ain't gonna keep talking about this greatness. Heartbreak Prince, what were your thoughts on Raw? What was one of your favorite moments tonight?
Well, I immediately thought about you when I saw the Drew McIntyre CM Punk segment, because I know you called it just on yesterday's show where you talked about this going on for on into Bad Blood, and we said, hey, it can't end 1-1. Drew's got one, CM Punk came back and got his. They can't just leave it at that. But I had no idea Drew was going to be this poetic in his storytelling. I mean, he has just been in his bag when it comes to this feud with CM Punk. And it has just been really good, really entertaining. And I mean, tonight just kind of capitalized, on just, how entertaining and where this can go. Like I said, when he took the bracelet back and then he took it to that next level, he broke it. And you know how much that bracelet means to CM Punk. And it's almost like it means something to Drew McIntyre in a way. He's had it for so long. Yeah. And he broke it and then took the beads and started shoving it down his throat. I said, I know Eric is just enjoying this. And I mean, great storytelling, great way to continue the feud, in for it. I mean, they were trying to put the man in the daggone ambulance. He's sitting there with a cast around his neck, and Drew comes out and just like, I'm not done, and just goes to work. I mean, Drew has just been, I don't know what else to say. Drew has just been so good. And when we talked about, I prayed.
I prayed for this.
Yes, that he wants to destroy CM Punk. He means it. And so I appreciate it. But to wrap it up, my thing for the night, which really Raw, has just been, it was great. The show was great overall. But my match, my storytelling that I was looking at today was the Judgment Day. Obviously, we started off the show with the Judgment Day. They're going strong. You got Mommy comes out. She cuts her promo. Kind of interfered with Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom, of course, doing Dirty Dom things. Liz, comes out, tries to blindside Mommy, but she ends up getting the best of her. Mommy catches the blindside and stops her, but then they end up, getting the better of her. And then just kind of seeing where the story was going to go, which it ultimately, evolved into a match between, of course, my boy, the Prince, Finn Balor, JD, and then Drew and Yeet. But and so that was good. Because I've been really concerned, as I talked about yesterday, with how they've been doing the Judgment Day. Now that Damian Priest and Mommy are gone, at first I thought they were going to really be building on this feud between Damian Priest and Finn. That has not necessarily been the case. Like some weeks, the Judgment Day can look strong, and in other weeks, you have the Terror Twins have been doing their thing, and so I've been a little nervous about it and wondering where they're going to go with the story. But tonight they kind of expound on that a little bit, and so we'll be tuning in next week to see exactly what's going to happen next with the Judgment Day. I really hope they start to get into Finn and Damian. I really do.
I hope so too, because I feel like they're taking they're really they're like slow burning it so much.
They really are
really holding back on it so much.
Yeah, because I thought Finn would play more of a role in a lot of Damian's matches, especially with his threat, and that hasn't been the case. And then sadly, I'm gonna tell you how bad the the WWE Tag Team titles have been. I forgot that Finn and JD even had the titles. When they were talking, I said, who has the titles right now? I completely forgot they had it. They haven't been on. Think about it. He just had Bash at Berlin, all these titles on the line, and nothing for the tag team titles. I don't know. WWE got to step it up there. But overall, that was my storyline of the night.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think I love what the Judgment Day is doing. Still, I still feel a little weary about that loss at Bash at Berlin, because I said I feel like it still makes them look a little weak, but it's okay. We had talked about it maybe a couple of weeks ago. We said, will Jey Uso help Mommy, and look what's going on. We are calling this almost play by play. Talking ESPN. Look, anyway, we got to think about it, man. This was a great show. We talk about how good is it really getting. We talk about 3 hours of fire.
And let me hop in real quick, E, because I do want your thoughts on one thing I meant to ask you about.
Yeah.
The IC number one contenders match. We had Bronson Tsunami Reed wasn't able to go tonight, and so of course Braun Strowman steps in. What are your thoughts on that? How did you feel about that?
So I'm gonna be honest, man. I truly feel bad for Bronson Reed, because I feel like this is about maybe like the second or third time when it's just coming close to his time to get. And I swear this happened before the last time.
Yeah,
he was kind of already getting the build up, and I think either he got like sick. I don't think he was having on his wife. Something was going on with him, and I was like, man. So just to kind of see that happened this morning, I was like, man, come on. This is like another time.
Get well soon, Bronson.
On the replacement. Yeah, man. It's COVID, so we know you're gonna get out of this. You're gonna beat that. That's gonna be quick.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that kind of sucked. I hated that about it. I wasn't mad about Braun Strowman being the replacement. I like how he was selling the ribs.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
That was really good.
I'm not mad about the pick. Yeah, I'm not mad about the pick. I thought it was still good overall. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wish Bronson Reed was in there, because we haven't everything he was already doing. I was all for it.
Yeah. Well, one last thing before we close out. I want to drop this nugget, and I thought it was really, really good, and that is that is the IC. Well, actually, it was two things that happened. You had the Sami Zayn and Gunther tonight going at each other.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I'm like, Sammy, it's too early. There's just no way that they're taking this belt off of Gunther, the Ring General. They're not taking it off of him. It's a little too early. I wish you could have came a few months down the line to do this, but what's my boy with the IC belt? Drawing a blank.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
Thank you. Braun Strowman is what I kept wanting to say. Braun Breaker. That little interview with Braun and Uso, Jimmy Uso.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Man, the tension in it. I'm like, this has potential here. This has some serious potential here, because Braun went at him, and then he came back and said, rookie. Like I said, oh, that's because nobody want to be called that. Nobody want to be reminded that they're fresh meat. But he told him, I'm gonna take care of business, and then I'm gonna take care of you, and I'm gonna win that IC belt. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep my eye on this, because this has potential to be a good feud here going in the future. So just something I want to toss out there.
Yeah, no, hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely agree with you on that. Especially seeing how I like how Jay was joking for a little bit, and then he kind of switched it real quick.
He switched.
Serious.
He got serious quick. Yeah.
Yeah, real quick. And I like that. I like that intensity that they have. And honestly, we look at Braun Breaker. He's a damn good a heel that you really want to like. But I like how he comes off. Yeah. And I do like that rookie thing that they gave, because it was almost like he was like, it was a nice little humbling moment that Jay gave. It was like, hey, don't think just because you got that belt, don't think you just got here. I've been here.
Yeah.
Remember who been at these WrestleManias? You ain't been at one yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I like how he did that. I like how they played that. I think they,
Yeah.
just like you said, I think, I'm gonna keep my eye on this one too.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this one
Yeah.
could
This
really
has
be a
potential.
really good feud.
This has potential. And I'm wondering if they're finally going to let, push, my boy, Yeet, I wonder if they're going to finally push him with this singles run and give him a singles title. So yeah, that's definitely there. It's in my peripheral. I'm watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be real good, man. Well, we talked about some things about Raw. Please, guys, please make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, you give us a follow on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on his Twitter. Uh, but make sure you
Yep.
guys also like and subscribe and comment too. And hey, keep
Yes, we
sending
will
comments,
respond to your
keep writing.
comments.
Trust me. Every time we will definitely do it. So please keep on watching us. We will constantly keep dropping stuff. Also, make sure when you subscribe, just know when you subscribe to greatness, this is what you're gonna keep getting every day. Daily greatness. That's what you're getting out of us, okay? But look, I'm your host, Eric Knight, and we got the Heartbreak Prince. So, yet again, thank you guys for watching. And also, thank you for watching the Exclusive Nights podcast, where the nights will never
Will never
be the same.
be the same.